I don't quite see that as a need, as top is that different. I like these. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the area he's working in now, debris,
Yeah. It is.
debris fields.
Yeah, I made a piece of sculpture, I put it in the back, and that was what I felt about the tree root. Somebody left a tree root in front of my door, weighed about 4 or 5 miles.
That's with stereo, right?
Yeah. And what I did, I took it and cleaned it. And it was so exciting because I got this,
Look
I
at
got
that.
more of this.
Yeah, that's right.
The ones that appeal to me much more is those over there. One of the things is with this whole approach to photography
Uh-huh.
is that it's very chiaroscuro, very black and white. It's just, and once you get, if it gets past that, I like it. If I just see that,
Uh-huh.
I'm not as impressed with it.
Uh-huh.
I prefer to see the composition.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Rather than looking at the chiaroscuro.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh, very something.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a light and dark.
Yeah.
You see, so when I get to here, I get the feeling that I'm looking at something that's making me feel. I just went in your bathroom and took a crap. This is the way my guts was feeling before I got in there. Now you
Now you feel better.
Now I feel like this.
Straight out.
You understand what I'm saying? I mean, we all have this is a human experience, isn't it? We were talking about the planets when we were coming down here. This is our conversation, huh? And this is what we were talking about. We were talking about we're not alone in this universe. There's no way for us to possibly believe that we are alone. So I told him to watch his sins because they're being counted by unknown forces. And then he
I told him somebody was watching us out there in outer space. Watch there go Joe and Ferris. Down.
Right. You see, and he's got to pay interest on all this evil shit he does to people. And that's the ticket, is the interest. It ain't about
You gotta tell
and they adding up the interest, man. This stuff is real. Yeah, that's a good. I like it. I just had a show of an artist. This artist he lives down in Maryland. He's a wood carver. And what he's gotten into, the fact that he was born in Jamaica and his ancestors, one part of his ancestors were Taino Indians. And he got into this whole philosophy on the Arawaks, the Tainos, and the Caribs. And he did an exhibition, a really incredible exhibition that it was reviewed by Grace Gluck in Times 3 weeks ago. It ended last week. He's an excellent craftsman. His craft. He knows a lot about wood. He knows how to sand it. He knows how to route it. He knows how to grind it. He knows everything about wood. He teaches wood
He
shop.
doesn't only sculpt in wood, though. He doesn't only sculpt.
I know he works in plastic and steel also.
Yeah.
But he teaches a high school course, and you can see where this phenomenon comes out. But the man is very, very graceful with his cuts, and the stuff. It was the kind of thing that I was really turned on to when I first saw it because I felt that it was a different twist from what we see in the art world today. How we don't see anything but minimalism. You see, and I'm getting so sick of minimalism. Because I'm not a minimal person. I'm a complicated human being. I'm walking down these goddamn streets trying to figure out where a toilet was and I see you. That's complicated.
Where the corners, right?
Yeah, I was trying to get to the bar. I said, come on, John, we gotta hurry up to the bar. Then I look up here, my friend.
Man,
Save your life, huh?
I know exactly how you feel these days. When you gotta go, you gotta.
That's why they build toilets every 10 feet for old men.
No, it used to be you could wait a minute.
All day, man. I wait 3 or 4 weeks, a month, man. What's wrong with you? Well, I said, I went last time we went to the toilet, man, about 2 months ago. But not anymore. I never got up in the middle of the night to go pee up until about 2 or 3 months ago, man. And it's worrying the hell out of me. You see, and I used to do it when I drank, then I'd have to get up in the middle of the night. But now, man, I'm waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning every goddamn morning.
Oh,
and then go back, I
she
said,
ain't
what
what she
is
used to
this?
be.
They ain't go what it used to be. And then I go back, I get in bed and go back to sleep. And here I gotta get up here calling me again. Get up, get
Time
up.
to go.
Get time to go. See, so, you know, old men don't get it. But anyway, this is nice. I like this. But again, it disturbs me. You know, this, when I start seeing this chiaroscuro consciousness, deliberate, and that Japanese photograph is very subtle with that stuff. It's extremely subtle with it.
That's a nice, that's nice.
It's not right. I mean, but look at that. Now, which one would you prefer to live with and look at every day? This one or this one?
I take both of them.
Well, give the man a check.
No problem.
Don't take his check. Give him that. Give me them $200 bills you got in your pocket and tell me you come back with the rest.
You gonna buy a picture? Where's that? Where's the money, man? Come on.
Oh yeah, I was gonna buy that brown, but you know what? I wanted a different view of him. And you got an Ali picture back there that I like too. Was that picture taken, who was that taken by the Ali?
Me.
Mohammed, you took that? That's a very nice picture. Okay, we'll do some business. I can't do it today, but we'll do some business. I'm in the process. In fact, I was just going up there to drop a letter off at that place, the community board. I have a sculpture garden in the back of the gallery down there.
Yeah.
I'm in the process of building a museum, extending it. You see, I want to extend it into a museum complex, not just a concept. I have a concept, but I want a complex where that the museum will do photography. It can house a permanent collection of photography. It can house a permanent collection of art. And I have a major collection of photography. I don't know, do you know, what's his name? He up at the, I worked with him for years. I can't even remember his name anymore. But he did a lot of historical stuff. What's that guy's name? He used to do films. He up on 79th and Columbus. He lived up there. What's his name?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Black guy.
I know you're talking
Oh,
about.
you mean,
What the hell's his name? Anyway, Bogo.
oh, Donald Bowl.
Don Bogo.
Yeah.
I did this project, and Don helped me get the research of African women in jazz. And I have maybe 400 major photographs of African women, black women who sang jazz, from Dinah Washington, Billie Holiday, Sarah Vaughan. I have every photograph. And that was a tour. I did it for the governor. The governor wanted to take it for when not Pataki, when Cuomo was in the governor, and he commissioned us to do this. And we told him he couldn't have the photographs after they tried to steal it. It took me years and years to get it back on the state. And it toured the whole state, this collection. It's where I must have, what, 400 of that. But I have also Abernathy, all those Chicago photographers, Frank, all those guys, Mohammed, Azir, you know, Elijah Mohammed.
What's that always called? Cameron.
Yeah, I have all of those photographs. So what I want to do with this museum, not to cut, not to embrace, I'm just trying to say what my plan, my concept, is to have a permanent house for African artists and have a place in the basement. I have it designed. I already have the plans, right, John? I'm already involved in it. This is not a dream. It is a dream until I get $10 million. But it's something I'm already involved in for the past 10 years. Is to have a place where a digital computer, see the computer age is here. Well, I can educate black kids about the culture from the computer, from the information that I can put into. See, I already got, what's the name, Norton. I don't know if I want to take it from him. This asshole is going to give me all the equipment I need to do this. Now, my feeling is Yale, Harvard, Princeton, Brown, Columbia, NYU, City College, none of them going to give information on our history the way we were going to give it. The Black Studies program would never, ever tell you or tell anybody in the world who John Ferris is. You understand? And this is important, Bob Temple. This legacy that we've created out of total ignored us and our contribution. It's criminal, extremely criminal to you, even a white youth, to Japanese youth, to any youth. Our struggle has been denied, so until it's a criminal offense, we should be trying to take these bastards to court for that, rather than for this 40 acres and a mule that we didn't get. That's my point. Now, I'm so.
We're saying I was with those people the other day at the Museum of American Indian. I just left
This show.
that show, right? So it's going to be she was having contact. She's the director of photography, coincidentally enough, down at the museum.
It is a criminal. It is a criminal offense, man.
Yeah, this brought it home. You see what you're saying? This brought it.
Yeah, this is it, right?
This
Our lives mean absolutely nothing. Our struggle to create, and it's denied and ignored to this extent. This is absolute criminal. It's criminal because it takes the kids out of perspective of their meaning.
So here's this woman.
And all of it.
She's the director of photography at the Museum of American Indian. And as a conversation at her cocktail party went on, museum people and all this, I realized that they're entirely out of context. Everything they're talking about is out of context. They see everything as an anachronism. When people that they call Puerto Ricans and all of that. Hey, yeah. Well, even Indian is a misnomer. They're Tainos.
They're Taino people.
Now, we're talking about why the museum moved from up on 107th Street. So they were saying nobody wanted to go up there. Well, when I worked with Betty Blake Taylor, I used to take those kids up there all the time and use that floor. So I said, I thought one of the reasons they moved was because they didn't have much space for exhibitions. So this one woman was saying, yeah, you have to pull the trays out to see moccasins. And then she said, well, that's what's wrong with natural history museums. So I said, well, why do you call it natural history? Why don't you call it fashion?
See, the main problem is that everybody has taken
Rob.
and put it in their own perspective. Our point of view has never been looked at. It's important.
It would have been design. It would have been design. It would have been fashion. It would have been.
Yeah, but even though our point of view of who we are as a people has to be understood, even if it's identical, it has to be understood how we perceive our own reality, if it's identical to the reality that was perceived about us. Our perspective must be in focus with the truth to be heard in any sense of the word. You understand what I'm saying? If I don't hear what you're telling me about your pain and about your space, and I still remember that, you need more space. I want to be back there. You need more space. If that's not understood, why you need more space in my mind, then with me, with my space, to say, I don't care, I can't feel it, it's absolutely ludicrous. Not that I can do anything about it, but I must understand, I must hear.
Yeah, that's the truth.
And that's the truth, isn't it? Because you gave me, and I was teasing you that day because I wasn't still a group. But you told me, you said, man, I need your space. You do need my space. I can't give you my space. But when I go back there and see how you're working, you need my space. You need space. And that's the truth. And see, I'm making sense, am I not?
Yeah.
And that's what these people gotta do. They gotta open this up where we tell our whole story about our history.
Well,
Now,
I'm just saying, if you don't do it, nobody can come in.
wait. See, here's my point. It's like here's the beggar, here, who told himself he wanted to be a poet. Now, they got an advantage over this man because he told himself he wanted to be a poet. Nobody ordained him to be a poet. See, I was ordained, but that's what we're not going to do that. That's what happens when you get one of those crabs. You don't see the water waiting for him. But these white people,
This happened to me.
these white people are not ordaining him to be a poet. No, I have to ordain him. I have to say, you're permitted to be a poet, John. That's what I tell them every day. You're permitted to be a poet. They're not going to ordain him to be a poet.
I ordained myself.
Why? But you can't do that. That's illegal. I have to ordain him.